Yeah, enough talk here, man. Interviewing KevoArts. That's the introduction.
Kevo the artist.
The artist now?
Kevo the artist.
Okay, because back then we knew it as KevoArts. Yeah, when you first,
Yeah, when I started the tattoo shit.
Yeah. Had the shop, all that type of stuff, But go ahead, brief introduction of them.
Oh man, Kevo the artist, man. I'm ALIEF's own, Houston born and raised artist. The artist, as in everything art. Tattoo owner, tattoo shop owner. I paint, draw, I do movies, write books, write films, everything art. You can't really hit me up for anything else. So I'm trying to contact me. It'd be funny, my girl be like, if it ain't about art, he don't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's me. The art guy. That's what my crew be calling me.
Yeah.
My little circle of artists.
And people gotta understand, like, art means a lot than just painting or being an artist. Music.
Music, dance, everything.
Exactly, all of that is art.
I have my daughter in performing arts classes, and a lot of times when I go to schools and stuff, and I'm talking about just how important art is to kids. Yeah, they immediately want to. Oh man, can I get your nonprofit to be a vendor? And I'd be like, yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's fire. Art. People gotta understand, art means a lot in this world, in the planet, basically.
Facts.
It's a lot of different categories of art, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, where you from? Let them know.
All right. So I'm from Houston. My adolescence was in ALIEF, but before that, like middle school, we lived in Braeswood. Okay. Then we moved to Spice Lane, and I became popular because I was one of the dope boys. Okay. And in being a dope boy, especially if you're from the streets, you're going to be more known than most people. Yeah. It's just people going to know you for that. I had the nice cars, I had the jewelry, all that. I stayed in some beef, stayed in some shootouts here and there. Yeah. And in ALIEF, when I started tatting that, when I used to go get tatted, my homeboy Slim, I used to get work from one of his people. Yeah. And I would always design my own tat. Yeah. And he would just be like, bro, your ass can draw. Yeah, you can draw. But he would make it like, he would pump my head up, but I'd be like, bro, I don't care about that. I'm trying to get this dope. You know what I'm saying? I just do my tat. And he, I remember, when you selling dope, you fall off, hop back on. Mm-hmm. I remember I fell off and was like, man, let me try to go get a job, get a paycheck so I can get back on my feet. You know what I'm saying? And so I was still hustling, but he was like, bro, go buy a tattoo kit. You know? And he was like, you be trapping anyways. Tell your clients, if they come to buy something from you,
you do tats.
Tell them you do tats. Bro, people, I was messing those tattoos up, but people was coming though. Okay. And I was just learning. And that's how I became like, more of a tattoo artist, just sitting in the trap, tatting and stuff. Yeah, because it's the same method though. Like being a salesman or just being a, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same circle. Yes and no. I'm legitimized now. So with business, the difference between, see, I learned my customer service selling dope, but the difference is the environment in this jungle is different. The wolves are different in legitimate business than the wolves are in the streets. Yeah. Like you can wear a suit and tie and be a shitty person, but out there you gotta be strapped. I don't gotta worry about nobody shooting me as much, but I gotta worry about people paperwork now. Yeah, and preventing your I gotta worry about permits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then blackballing. I have to worry about just not understanding people's language sometimes, like what they really saying, the subtext behind stuff. But in terms of the customer, you get your customer service. I got better over time, but I definitely understand, what a customer wants based on my experience back then. Okay, that's fire. Okay, so that's raising up in ALIEF. Like, so then you saying the shifting from, with the hustling, street hustling to tat hustling, and then what made you like want to open a shop? Then this would lead to you opening a shop. That's a good question, bro, and this is important because there are young artists that may need to hear this. Mm-hmm. So first off, you hear that term, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. After I got shot, and when I was always in shootouts, you know, but I would never get hit. Yeah. And when I got shot, it really struck me different. Yeah. So I wanted to really learn why I'm in this position in life. When I was 17, 18, 19, in the streets, you know, going to jail, all that shit, I felt like it was unfair. I felt like, how come I didn't have, why I didn't have a dad? You know what I'm saying? How come I didn't have grow up with a wealthy family? You know, I just felt like the shit was unfair. So I was like, man, I don't know, I'm just gonna start looking shit up. And I started studying Machiavelli. That's the first person. Okay. War philosophy. I read The Prince. It went over my head a little bit, but I doubled back, read that shit, kept reading that shit. Yeah. And he just, he talking about how to not fall off. If you become the man, the prince, the king, if you become that, you're not falling off. If this is what this book is about, you got to do everything to maintain this power. I start reading a lot, right? And this is why I say knowledge is power, because I started reading so much because I wanted to learn about art. It was my God-given ability that art sends you, learning about art, bro, sends you into political awareness and cultural awareness, because every culture is big in art. Yeah, I was about to say. So from just me saying, man, I want to know why I'm like this and why this is that. That shit sent me to studying war, studying art history, and bro, I just became a reading machine early, bro. And I just read about art. It's like that's all I know, bro. In my head, it's just a bunch of art shit randomly. I done forgot some of the shit I done read, you know. And it just that's what the impact they had on me. And since then, that learning about art kept me growing about art. And I would find myself not realizing how smart I was in terms of that field. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, because I went to take some art classes because I didn't know how to paint. Yeah. And I wrote a paper, and they was like, man, you need to go to regular college, bro. You don't need to be, you know. So I ended up in college, you know. It's crazy. And now I'm teaching college. Like, this, it's like it's crazy, bro. Like, somebody from the hood with my experience. Yeah. Just that thought, bro, becoming like, come on now. I teach college art classes. That's a big deal from people from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
But do you realize that, do you think that, like, we could just talk about some life stuff. Do you think that, like, life will put us in positions like that, like the street stuff, early for you to realize your purpose, so that way you wouldn't, like, later on in life, you won't repeat or you won't experience those?
I think the system is fucked up. I don't think that in that type of thinking, I feel like that's people who think that God has a plan and that's just how it's gonna be. I'm not accepting that. Yeah. I think that this is the system of our government. There has to be a lower class, there has to be a middle class, and unfortunately you just fall into place. But that's the beauty of America. You can make it out of that shit in America. True. In other countries, you're not so fortunate. You just born where you're born, and you have no...
Yeah, they don't have as many possibilities like
that. Yeah, you don't have the resources. So no, I don't think that. I think that to an extent that can be true, you know. But my core belief is not like, oh man, this shit was meant to happen. Yeah. Like, nah, bro, I think shit is not fair. Like, straight up.
Yeah. The way it's structured is set up.
Yeah. Basically. Once you crack that code, once you peep it, you have the advantage over another person. Yeah. But that's why knowledge is power.
Nah, that's true. Okay. So when did it lead into you want to, like, you know, we go back to the shop part, to where you wanted to open the shop?
Well, that came from me and my I say, all right, I'm not sure who listening, who know these terms, but when I say co-D, I'm talking about like my co-worker Dboy. You know, that came from us wanting to be legitimate. We started a record label. Okay. That shit was not gonna work because we found out quick that these rappers is not really real. Like, we cannot be doing shit because we really doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We can't be making music. We're just indicting ourselves basically. So he was like, man, maybe he might open a car lot, barbershop. Shout out Jono. And you know, it just didn't fall through. And I was like, man, our trap had got shot up. I kind of like slowed down selling shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna just try to open a shop.
Yeah.
And I already had the word of mouth, so I had a little bread saved. I just went and did what I had to do. Like, I just went and, you know, it takes will. I went and Googled what I had to Google, and learn from people. I went to every single shop, bro. Not one shop wanted to help me. Not one. So anytime an artist calls me for help, bro, I always help them.
Yeah.
Not one person. I don't care. Bro, I joke around on the internet. I'll be like, oh, this sucks. But just to mess with people. But no, not one artist can tell you that they called me and I didn't help them. I don't care who it is, especially if they black. I will repost them. I do not care, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't, because I know how it was when ignorance is bliss. You don't know, you know.
Nah, for real.
I knew how it was when I was trying to get that shit done.
And they wouldn't give you not one information, not who you, or what you and
man, I was going to them shops, it was, nah, we good. And I ain't, but to some of their credit, my reputation was worse than it is now.
Yeah.
I've came a long way in terms of, I've always had integrity and I've always been a stand-up guy, but some of that was fear. Yeah. You know, looking back at it, some of them was just scared of me, afraid of me because of what I came with.
Yeah.
Nah, not art-wise. I used to, man, I don't know how much you know, but I used to be beating the shit out of people sometimes, bro. I used to be on some real hood stuff, you know? Yeah. And some of that was just like, nah, we have to deal with you. We got to deal with people coming in here and all that. And so I slowly transformed out of that stuff because I saw it wasn't healthy. It wasn't working for me at all.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. They didn't even want to just be a part of.
Yeah. But some of them didn't even know me, and they were just like, nah. Like, some people just not helpful. Yeah. I'm just being real. Some people just not helpful like that.
Okay. Then it lead into you opening the shop, and I remember when you first opened the shop. You did like what, 200 or something? How many free tattoos?
I don't remember. I did 200 free tattoos. That shit should have hit the Guinness World Record.
No, for real. No, because I remember I'm class of 2010, and my birthday in June. I was like one of the first 10 people, like in line or whatever.
Things out,
No, well, for me, my birthday was late after school, and it was school. You was like, you couldn't do it for me because I wasn't old enough. I graduated.
Some people were sneaking in that line and stuff though. Yeah, it was 17, 16 line mug, fake IDs, but
man, I was like, nah, I understood why, because you were saying like, you just open.
Yeah,
you
for
had
sure.
the people outside.
Man, them people was tripping, bro.
Yeah. I remember you were saying that.
Everybody was on me, but it got done. It's all good though.
You were sitting there, when you explained to me, I like understood, because you was like, they really don't even want me to open the shop.
They don't.
And they looking for anything to shut me down, so I can't do it. I was like, damn.
Over them years though, people was sneaking in there, like, like especially people who look older. They was I had a few run-ins, but but they was on me for real when I first opened.
For me, I had baby face, looking young, still look young now. For the ones that know whatever. So at that time, people was like, you was guaranteeing others like the ID check-in. But I remember we came from school. It was like probably like after lunch. 6, 7 period. We like, man, you doing the free tab? We finna go there, you know. But
I ain't doing another one of them events no more.
That was like a grand opening.
Yeah, that was a grand opening. My next thing right now is I'm doing a play. That's like the next big thing I'm doing. But yeah.
What made you want to come up with that idea though? Like that marketing idea of 200, you know what I'm saying, for the free, like, you know what I'm saying, on the grand opening.
I don't remember, bro. It's so long ago. I was probably just reading a marketing book and I think Gary Vee, actually, I take that back. I think Gary Vee said jab, right hook. He been saying that for like 20 years. Yeah. Give him something free. And it's going to pay off.
For real.
Yeah, Gary Vee. But yeah.
Bait him in, basically.
But I mean, the brand is established now. Like I said, I'm not even, like tatting, work by appointment. Now I'm on my other stuff, my art, museum, nonprofit stuff, new book, play, movie, stuff like that. Okay, so after the tatting, then you got into like regular just poetry painting? Yeah, I got into painting a lot, Okay, so this is just a print. This is not the actual... Yeah. The real painting is huge. This is just a copy of it, but all my artwork is on... Most of my artwork is on my website. that art world is a different type of world. But
yeah.
But yeah.
So what made you want to go from, because you got some tattoo artists, they don't even just regular draw outside of tattoos.
A lot of them
they don't even paint.
Artists. A lot of them are artists.
A
lot of tattoo artists are not artists, but that's them. That ain't me. I'm an artist. Like I said, study art, read about art. Shit. I'm looking. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I know, because I know I had a little art book in here. I just was reading about how to make money in art, like just talking about how to sell your work online. But that's all.
What made you get into wanting to paint? Pick up instead of the needles,
I just wanted to be better.
Brush.
I wanted to be better, so I went to an art school just to take a painting class, and they was like, "Oh, you can't just come take a painting class. You got to take our drawing class."
Okay.
So I started taking art classes. And then they were like, "Hey, one of them you had to write a paper." And the dean, he said, Patrick Palmer, he said, "Man, you should go to school, bro." He was like, "You shouldn't be in.
Why you in this little academy?
Why you in this little thing, just taking art workshops?" And he was like, "You a machine, bro. Like you tripping." He's like, "You need a degree." I ended up at U of H. Ended up being taught by one of my favorite artists, which is also a blessing. Mm-hmm. Ended up getting my bachelor's from U of H, and now I have my master's from Houston Christian University. It used to be called HB, Houston Baptist University. And I've done exhibitions. I even did an exhibition in Germany. I invited out there for a residency. And like I said, that's the main thing. Like that, art and filmmaking and writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then, like how you brought up filmmaking, I think you how many movies so far you did, like 1 or 2? I think you finna be second or third.
I produced with Draper about 4 movies, but I've been in maybe like 12 movies.
Okay.
Yeah. But scripts, I've probably written like 100 scripts.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying 100. I've written probably like 70 scripts. I just said 100 because I'm like, it's just to show you how much you got to work to get, I just said 6, 7 movies.
Yeah.
Now. That's how much you got to work. But the new one is coming out. Whenever I finish it, we're going to get into production in April. Where we go.
Okay.
I got what I'm working on right
now. I saw you put out an ad of like looking for cast.
Yeah, casting call. Casting call. I wrote a crazy story, man. I was talking to Draper about a script I wanted to write, and he always, man, I'll hit him up in the middle of the night. Hey, man, I got this idea,
Mm-hmm.
But he always be there for me whenever I need, a script read. I hit up my aunt, my homeboy, my cousin, to do another table read after I tightened the script up some more. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just, something about this script makes me want to publish it.
Mm-hmm.
So I published it, and I wasn't even worried about it. I just published it on Amazon. Like I said, I got a copy of it now, but it's not a resale copy. It's called What Do We Do Now?
Okay.
And it's a play. It's not a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I did something here, bro. I did something special with this. What I did was I took African American issues from the 1940s to 2020s, like right now. I took as much issues as I could, and I gave them all to one family. Mm-hmm. And I placed the family in 1965. So I placed them in the middle of civil rights. I placed them at like a horrible time. You know? So it's a play. So when you read it or when you watch it, you may wonder, like, why are they going through this? This is the 90s.
Yeah.
In 1960, it's because I put all of them issues in 1 year. But it's dope, man. It's creative. It's dope. And like I said, I was like, man, let me just publish it. Literally the next day I got a review. Like literally, because it's this thing called Kindle Unlimited where you can read books for free. Mm-hmm. Literally.
Amazon, right?
Amazon.
Yeah, that's how they came up, right? The Kindles and
books,
stuff. Yeah,
so somebody read it and sent me a long ass message like, bro, this is, like how much they love the story. Yeah, and it's having momentum, so I'm posting a casting call to get the book adopted as a play. The book is a condensed version of the script. The real script is way more pages than this book. Mm-hmm. So I condensed it and published it as a play. We're going to have an auditions next month, and I'm scheduled to produce it in April. I'm still pending with the theater, but even if it doesn't get produced, I'm gonna film it and send it to festivals and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know.
Nah, that's fire. Yeah, what made the transition? We gotta go from you painting to the movies, like.
Well, this is still art. You know,
cinema,
all right, film is still art, bro.
Yeah.
So the side of your brain, that creative side of your brain, is the same. It's still operating in the same way. I just cannot express it in the same manner.
Yeah.
Some things you can write in poetry. Some things you can rap. Some things you can sing. Some things you can draw. Yeah. Some things you can paint.
Yeah.
Some things you have to write it as a book. Some things have to be a movie. You know, it's just another way of expressing my creativity. When I said that, I took the black issues from the 40s to 2020s.
Yeah.
I could paint that, but I don't think it'll be as effective as a play.
Yeah, they won't see it.
Yeah, I wanted to hit picture. Like, so I was like, all right, man, let me do it like this. So I mean, it's not my first time writing. I wrote a lot of films. I wrote some novellas, some short stories. I even wrote self-help stuff like back when I was first studying a lot. And I think, to be honest with you, what got me into, like, you see how you say these transitions are.
Yeah.
There was a book, bro, that I had that took me forever to read, and I think it's been the most, like, influential book. It's called The Jewish Phenomenon. Mm-hmm. And I think that the transitions it's not about growth or adapting. I think it's just about me being about action. Before we started the interview, we talked about how I don't like Houston media people because a lot of them be bullshitting. Yeah. It don't be a lot of action. It just be a lot of talking. Yeah. You know, people be wanting to say or look the part or just do things, and there's no real action involved, so nothing ever gets done. Mm-hmm. Or they'll do one thing and try to make it look like, oh, since I did this one film, I'm an actor now. Yeah. But it does not work like that, bro. Even in your industry, on the other side of the camera, you go to LA, that stuff is day rated, hourly rated. You know, like, that's like a normal job, bro. People out here paying X amount, minimum wage to X amount of dollars. Mm-hmm. Let's throw out $50 an hour, you know, for people to do this right here. Or versus you in Houston, people are like, oh yeah, man, well, I got this rate, I got this. You got to contact my manager, and it's like, bro, shut up. That's not how it works.
You telling me what you got? Right? I can call, you know what I'm saying? We right here.
We right here. I don't got to contact you.
Nah, for real.
Like, it just be so much bullshit in Houston media on our indie level and our underground level that it's like, it's just annoying, bro. Like, do you have it? I remember speaking to singers, like, no track record, no resume, no CV. Like, bro, book some weddings, like, do some work, get the work done, get some action done, get in the field for real. Don't just post it on Instagram and say, post it on TikTok and be like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. Like, bro, do some real work, do some
perform.
Yeah, do some work, bro.
Music video. Get it on real platforms.
Yeah, do some work, bro. It's very easy to do the basics, the bare minimum in any field. Do some work.
No, that's fact. Like, I could just say with that, in the beginning when I was interviewing, like, starting with this, like, a lot of partners, my partners or whatever, like, was like, man, interview me. And it's like, these is my partners that surround me, so it's like, your resume, we ain't got nothing to talk about. It's going to lead into talking about me when it ain't even about me. It'll be
people
about
want
to
talk about some real shit.
Exactly.
And life.
These are the ones that, like how you said, that'll be so-called rappers. It's like, bro, you ain't even got a visual. You ain't even performed before.
You're a rapper.
You ain't even own nobody feature.
You never did a show.
You never did a show. Exactly.
Never produced
so I'm not finna interview you.
It takes too much work, too much action to transition yourself to a higher level.
Yeah.
To just be like, oh yeah, I'm a model, and you just take a picture. You just paying a photographer
for
to take
real.
pictures.
You ain't never be in a magazine.
Go get runway, some commercials, something, bro. Or go try. You're not even trying. You know what I'm saying? This is not for people who are trying. Yeah. That's no insult to them.
Yeah, that's what I was about to clear that up too. This like motive. If you understand the message we saying as if like, get that resume up there. Don't just be like illusion social media-fied, basically saying you're doing something. Your resume, your stats don't you know what I'm saying. Speak for it.
Like that stuff be weird. Oh man, it's my. You got an assistant and you just started. Bro, no, it don't work like that. Like, even actors, I've seen some actors say, "Oh, to book me, it costs this much." I'm like, bro, you don't even know the law. The Film Commission in Texas, the minimum is $125 a day. Yeah, that means in a day. That means you can work the whole day shift.
Yeah, it ain't hourly. It's day.
That's how much. That's the minimum I can pay you. Yeah, there's no like. People can make their own rates. Yeah. Agents and stuff like Denzel Washington or something. But by law, I can book him for. I gotta at least pay him $125 a day. This is why you see those big celebrities in independent independent film sometimes. It's because they getting booked by the union. They like that script so much that they're willing to do that for a lower price. That's why you be saying that. Not saying that they're paying them $125, but maybe they are paying them $5,000, $10,000. Maybe they're paying them $500. But these people with these, I don't know, these new media people be. I don't know what the hell be wrong with them. They get some TikTok followers and be like, I charge $1,200 for a movie. Bro, you ain't never did a movie in your life, bro. You know how hard it is to do a movie? That shit is tough. We did Trapped. It's on YouTube. 2010, we did Nerdy Nate. I wrote a movie. The whole movie rhymes. It's called 27 Grams. It's also on YouTube. Every line rhymes. That is not simple shit, bro. That shit is hard work, bro. So when people be saying all this shit, I be like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real. So yeah, like how we were saying, yeah. But I feel like social media messed it up because people, they go off, they stats now is like followers and viewers now. Yeah. And that shit could be illusion, bought, any of that type of stuff. So instead of actually resume of actually actions, like you said, instead of just doing and talking.
I took a social media fast, and man, it messed my head. I only took it for a week from Christmas to New Year's because I don't celebrate Christmas, but I celebrate the holidays. So I was like, okay, on December 24th, I'm not getting back on the internet until 2023. The day of Christmas, I woke up. First thing I did, checked my Instagram. Instagram wasn't on my phone. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like that's how addicted I was. Yeah. Throughout the day, I was like, damn, I want to get on Instagram bad, but I just never got on there. Yeah. And I don't even post much. I just like looking at different stuff, especially art. I love going to the hashtag of art, and just looking at art. Okay. So what happened was I realized like how much time I was wasting on that because I'm a very productive person. Yeah. But honestly, I waste a good 4 hours a day on social media. So what I did was now, and it's crazy because as soon as I finished the fast, when I hop back on social media, the first video I saw was WeChat, the Chinese version of TikTok. Their social media is capped. So certain ages can't stay on social media that long. Their phone automatically won't work anymore. And I was like, bro, that's so smart, bro. So I was just like, yeah, it's crazy. So now I'm like, I'm not on there as much again, but that shit, I think people just care about that shit too much. Like,
that's facts.
Yeah, I just don't really.
They sucked us in with that. I don't know how.
If I didn't have a business, I really wouldn't have one because I really don't care. Too. Like but my business is for the world. Like what I do is for the world. Like I share my talent with the world, so it's unfair for me not to have one. Yeah. But in actuality, in real life, I'm what most people call weirdo. Like I like to go. I want to go take musical lessons. You know what I'm saying? I want to go enjoy watching a play or something. Yeah. Me and my family went to see Nutcracker for the holidays, Christmas. I want to do shit like that. I don't want to post that shit though. You know what I'm saying? I want to post
being a real nature sponge, basically. You know what I'm saying? Doing real nature stuff than just this technology stuff. Yeah.
Facts.
Stuff. Nah, for real.
On my phone.
Okay, so you got the from the movies. Now you now you involve yourself with kids, like you know what I'm saying, doing artwork with kids. Yeah, I know you had to. You said it was a
It's a nonprofit. It's called KevoArts Studios, and it's workshops designed for it started with I opened a studio, an art studio, so I can get people to do paint classes and take pictures and stuff like that. But it just wasn't moving how I wanted it to move, and schools kept hitting me up. I went to this all-girls school. I forgot the name of it. I hate that I forgot the name of it. It's like in Aldine or something. And I painted. They had some white dude in their principal's office, and they was like, the district won't let them take the painting down, but there's no painting of their principal. It's an all-girls school. She's the first principal. She's a black woman, so I painted it for free, you know. And I said, just put it next to him, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling them about it, you know. So they're the first school to actually respond to me kind of in that way to get me saying, like, hey, they don't know this, but in an indirect way, they kind of like mentioned that. Yeah. If you were a nonprofit, we would be able to provide this for you. Yeah. But I wasn't at the time. So I just started my paperwork on that. And then after that, different schools was hitting me up, and I was like, yeah, I have the nonprofit ready. So I'm going to be vending either sometime, man, when I got time, because I still got a lot going on, but I'm going to be vending my workshops and they're all art workshops. So I get with photographers and say, hey, we'll have a photography workshop for these people. You know, filmmakers, filmmaking workshop, theater actors, acting workshop, painters, painting workshop, printmakers, graphic design, you know, everything. People who draw, tattoos, all of it. And even in my art classes in my college, at Lone Star, I incorporate, you know, a little bit of everything into those classes, not just like one thing. So those workshops are designed for, it's called KevoArts Studios, and it's designed for people who really, or organizations that really want to have that influence of art for, it's really for anybody, but I really like, I like to work with kids because their brain, the area of their brain that when they're young, it will keep them in school. Yeah, and I think that's important for schools, that to note that, when I realized I knew how to draw, I didn't have shit to draw on. We was poor. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to school because they had paper. You get what I'm saying? And pencil and color. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So like I don't know the extent that will reach, but I know for sure that some people just go to school for certain shit. They do. Some just go for lunch. And I'm sticking to this math, science, and all this that I don't want to do. Yeah. Just because of this one class, and I think that's important. Or just because of this one professor. Just because this one woman right here means so much to me. You know. One friend, one food. One friend, yeah. Exactly, bro. Facts. So that's why I really prefer to do that for kids, but the workshops are for all ages. But I respectfully decline when it's like most of the time, not all the time, but you can, if you really want me to do something and you involve some kids, you got me. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. Nah, that was good. I was gonna ask you also what made you want to involve yourself with, like, or touched on to the youth. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So with the youth, no, that makes sense though. And it's crazy because somebody hit me. They were like, "Bro, I seen this picture of you with all these kids." Yeah. He's like, "Niggas just drop you off with their kids, drop their kids off you." I'm like, "Damn, I never think about it like that," but that's really what happened. And I'm like, "Damn," you know. And to be honest with you, I didn't care. I didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't about no money. It was like, bro, what you genuinely love to do. Bro, I'm talking about these kids was going ham. I'm like, bro, they gonna be cold when they get older. Yeah. Because I got them drawing some advanced stuff for their age, and I got them using their brain. You know. Because when you draw it, you have to focus. It's almost like reading. You have to focus. So I got you focusing. It's like playing a video game, bro. People be talking that shit. Video games really, you have to do something. No, you cannot just get on there and press buttons. You have to be tuned in, zoned in. You have to be focused. You have to comprehend what's going on. You have to think, all that type, like moves ahead. So you got them focused. They talking about they leaving there tired. You know, I'm like, that's good. They using their brain the whole time. Nah, that's fire. That's fire. So you saying that you're gonna lead into having this KevoArts Studios. Yeah. When you plan on, like, you know, with like opening that, making it more. Well, I had the studio. I closed it, so I can. It's more convenient for me since I'm only one person to do a nonprofit. That way I can be mobile. But eventually, I'm undecided on how I want to move with that, because eventually I think that's something that I could delegate. Mm-hmm. I think that's something that I could have an acting part of it, and I don't have to be there. Send 3-4 people there. You know, mm-hmm. I think it's something I could do like
other
that.
Artists, other mm-hmm. teachers, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire all the way. So now, as of going back to you being a tattoo artist, now you're not like, you know, worrying about the shop. Like, so do you still have all the shops?
No, I don't have. I had 2 shops. That's what I used to have. But now I only have this private studio. Okay. People just book with me personally.
Yeah. You do appointments only.
I'm considering though opening a shop this year. I'm considering it.
Yeah.
And maybe start that again where I have people working for me. It's just. People just be bullshitting. We just talked about
like
that.
And
they don't be serious.
It's
man.
Tough to
they don't be serious.
Have like you know, like have
being responsible for other people, especially grown-ups. Like and it's not. I'm
looking at the stability part. Like as of like you gonna have some come in there. They're not gonna stay for long. You know.
Yeah, that's one thing. But I'm not in the business of taking care of people and making them my responsibility. I want people mm-hmm. to be completely aware that I care about people mm-hmm. as in humanity. Mm-hmm. But I don't care about you. You're not gonna come in here and just invade on my shit, mess it up.
Yeah.
Just because you feel like I should show you some love and help you out. Mm-hmm. Help a brother out, bro. No. I can only help people that want to be helped. So it's hard being a business owner in that aspect.
No,
a small business owner. Because you're dealing with people. You become a family, you know, those relationships get involved. So it's hard to manage all those personalities mm-hmm. when the people ain't on the same page or on some. You need some people who really want to do better.
Yeah.
I've had artists that worked for me call me, literally almost every single one, call me and thank me for how hard I was on them and how much they appreciate how I was trying to elevate them. Like literally mm-hmm. almost every single artist called me and told me that they ever worked for me.
Yeah, man, that's fire. For real good, you know what I'm saying, teacher. Well, with the shop, you probably just can open it with the studio. You know what I'm saying, have it involved with it.
It's two different. Remember what I said about art, how you can express it in different ways? Mm-hmm. It's 2 different crowds. It's 2 different. Tattooing is it's a vocation, but it's like, it's a type of business where people have expectations, and it's just different, bro. Like people, you don't know who's gonna walk in here. Like I had a person call me literally before this interview. Mm-hmm. He said, "Hey man, how you doing? What's going on?" And I said, "What's up? Who is this?" And he said, "Hey, that was very unprofessional. I'm a customer." And he hung up in my face. He has all right to do that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a scam though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say, I don't know what he was calling me for. Mm-hmm. He probably was calling for a tattoo. I thought it was a scam. It wasn't a Houston number. But I'm saying that to say, you have people like that walking in. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody finna bring their kids, you know, tattoo shop. Then you have people who coming in drunk. You know, you randomly. You know, you don't know what to get, so you can't mix those. You can't mix that business. I attempted to, but it was a horrible.
Okay,
idea.
That makes sense. That makes sense all the way. Okay, so. You got the movie or the play coming up. Any like movies coming up? Like what's
the play is going to be filmed as a movie, so that will be the next movie. But movie dates don't have release dates, so I might screen it, but I don't know about a release date. I might screen it, and you know, for the vocabulary, screening means I may have a day where everybody can watch it one day, but more than likely I'm gonna submit it and try to get it on Amazon, Netflix, Tubi, something like that.
Okay.
And just show it once in Houston before it go on there. But yeah, for now, more so, the play is next. I don't have a exact date yet because it's still pending. I don't know why it's pending so long, but we'll see.
Okay. So any other future plans or any other, like, you know, things you got upcoming to come out?
Right now, that's the biggest thing. I'm focused on that play, man. That's what and they can go get this book on Amazon. You know, people can go get it's called What Do We Do Now? It's a play in 2 acts. They can go get this. And right now, that's it, man. That's all. That's gonna be my plan for the next little half the year, I guess.
Okay.
This is gonna be my work.
Okay. Okay, so I'm ending with Texas questions. I got with artists and people in the art, like music industry, I ask them too. But for you, like, I'll just ask you one Texas question: what you love, what you dislike about Texas?
Oh man, so what I love about Texas, is the food. I've traveled a lot of places, and in Texas you can get a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. California, for example, or LA, for example, it's gonna be pretty expensive, but it ain't gonna be as good. Okay. You know, like it ain't gonna taste as good. You can get good healthy food, but you can get healthy food here. You can get expensive food here. In Louisiana, for example, it's gonna be good, but it might be so homemade that it might be over greasy or something. You know.
True.
But it's gonna be good. But you can find a spot or somebody selling it. You can find somebody in Texas selling good Cajun food. Yeah, true. You know, I'm Nigerian. I can't get Nigerian food everywhere, but you can get it in Texas. You know? So I like the idea that you can get food anywhere in Texas.
That we full diverse.
Yeah, in terms of food. Indian food. You can get any food, bro. And it's going to be good quality. And even Mexican food. Not Tex-Mex, though. Not like real.
I know you saying,
Like, you can get even good Mexican food. But what I dislike about Texas, man. That's a tough one, man. I love Texas, man.
That's why I say, well, I can't say. People usually say love and hate, but we love it so much we can't hate it. But it's some stuff we dislike.
Well, I know. I guess how I would word this is, I dislike that we don't have a real media industry. Yeah, like an actual for film, music. Film and music, we don't have a real industry. I just like that because we're such a big city. I'll give you an example. I was in Atlanta, and we was filming or something, and easy breezy, bro, smooth, bro. Like it felt like a normal day. And I remember I was on a set of a movie. I had Puma from Black Ink, and he was in Houston. B King was in this movie too. The movie didn't come out though, but it was in Houston. Jayla from Bad Girls Club was in the movie. And I remember being on set. So many people was like, hey, what y'all doing? Hey, y'all filming? Bro, the camera's on, audio on, lights, you know? Yeah. Y'all are interrupting, bro. Like, go move around somewhere. But it's just because it's not normal here. It's not normal. It's no, you know, even permits and stuff, it's just not normal. I wish that it was more normal, bro. Because it would be... Then what that comment I made earlier about people don't take it that serious, like then they would be more serious. They would know how things work. Like, bro, you can be shooting a movie. I'm making this up hypothetically. Yeah. In New York, I feel like if somebody was shooting a movie in New York, people would just walk right by that shit. You know, like you know. And I hear, bro, people be like, bro, they trying to act, bro. Why you staring at us? Staring at them like that? You know, Nicki Minaj got a no eye contact rule. A lot of celebrities do. Yeah, you can't make eye contact with them if let's say they're booked for something. Right? Yeah. If you backstage, do not make eye contact. Or you're gonna get fired. You gotta go. Like stuff like that is normal though. You know what I'm saying? People here in Houston will be like, man, no, I'll look where I want to look. You know, like, bro, it's just we're so unprofessional in our media field. That's what I would change.
We're too comfortable, basically.
Yeah, and that's not a Texas thing actually. That's a Houston thing because in Austin, their media is a little bit better. I will say that. I did some stuff out there. It's a little bit better.
Facts. And I see what you're saying, and I can understand why they have South by Southwest and we don't have
Facts, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have the name is missing me, but we do have a big festival. It's just not South by Southwest, but it's just for film. It ain't for everything. Okay. South by Southwest show tech, you know, music, everything. But But yeah, man, that's what I would change. I guess it wouldn't be Texas; it would be a Houston thing. I would change.
So what you saying that, and I remember basically you saying like how Hollywood would have filming industry or whatever.
But that's not. See, that's the thing. That's not. See, Hollywood is different, bro, because you dealing with Germans and Jews. You know, that's different, bro. But because Houston don't. Like Atlanta, you can go to Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying? And you can go do your thing. In Houston, it would take so much to change it. It would have to be either one person or a very small group of people, or a large group of people to create an area, like buy a bunch of acres of land and build some studios for people. Like that's what it would take. Because I don't think you will be able to pull it off across the board.
Yeah, just going everywhere.
Going everywhere and just filming. I think it would have to be like a secluded area, like a mini, bunch of studios, bunch of stuff, and that's where people go do media at.
So did you hear about 50 Cent saying that he was going to bring Hollywood here? Like all of that, because he was tired of going there. So he was going to bring the movie stuff here.
I think he was talking about filming. I don't think he was talking about studios. But if he is, I would support it. And I want to say this on record, because I want people to think like this. If 50 Cent did something like that, or if Tyler Perry did something like that, people who want to do stuff like that, I would send them money monthly.
Yeah.
If they had a thing where you can donate to that, I don't care if it was $5, something like that, I would do it. If literally, bro, because the reason why is because if you can imagine what Tyler Perry could do with $5 from like 100,000 black people a month, bro, what he could do, bro, would be amazing for us. Because we don't have the resources to do it. Everybody wants to jump into something and be on top, which is why people jump in the game and be like, oh yeah, you got to contact my manager. They want to act like they're on top.
Yeah.
You don't have those type of resources, knowledge, or you don't have that energy or that talent to pull that off. If he did something like that and he asked for donations, he asked for like, I would definitely be on board, like straight up. So, you know, I had to say that. I had to make that clear.
Yeah, no, that's fire. And then the other stuff I look at is why the outsiders see the gold and we don't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like why it took a person from outside to do that instead of...
Yeah, well, it's because they can't get it done here. There's no resources. Like, some people say, oh, people be bleeding Houston or taking our swag and all that. Because y'all don't be serious, bro. Like, they did. They came out here with Black Ink. They came out here with Bad Girls Club. They came out here with American Idol. They tried, bro.
They're loving hip hop tried.
Loving hip hop. We be bullshitting, bro.
No, I say it's too comfortable to player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's our words. We too comfortable with our space.
And we're not serious about the level of work it takes. The thing is, it takes like, in Hollywood, bro, I kid you not, I went to LA, bro, to audition for some stuff. So many people willing to sleep in their car, bro.
Yeah.
So many people willing to work for the minimum. Bro, people be in Houston be like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. Barely.
That's why
but for some shoes, though.
It's easy to outwork these people in Houston, too.
Okay.
It's easy to outwork people on a set. I've been on a lot of sets, and I'm usually the top worker. So easy to outwork people in Houston.
No, man. No, that's fire, though. That's knowledge for our people. I hope they pay attention to that, understand that, take that serious. In like all, you know what I'm saying, categories, not just filming or with art.
Yeah, no, I told you I was going to talk a lot.
Nah, you good. No, I'm saying with that, that's necessary. Like you said, knowledge is key, and somebody to bring that to the upfront. Yeah. Because we'll be blind or ignoring all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, to the actual stuff that's in our face or whatever. So it's like, heck yeah, that's very necessary, though. For real. Like I say, I hope they take that for music, for any sports, for anything, because... Come on now, we Houston, like, and then again we Texas, like, come on now, like you said,
it's too big,
and we versatile, or like open with food, we like that with everything, the culture.
Bro, this is the only city. I ain't gonna say the only city, but this is such a diverse city, bro. You can find somebody and be like, hey, bro, you literally can go to a random person and they'll have a black homeboy, an Asian homeboy, a white homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Any gay homegirl, you know what I'm saying? Like, like crazy, bro. Like, and they be clear. I really love the humanity in Houston, bro. It's it's untouchable. It's so diverse. It's underappreciated, which is why we were so shocked when George Floyd died, because even though it happened outside of Houston, we took it, the nation saw how we took it. Like, we took that shit collectively. Like, I really like the responses. You know, right or wrong, whatever he did, if he was right or wrong, that's why that response came out of Houston like that. That's why he had a parade, because we're very diverse and together in Houston. It's not, there's discrimination and racism everywhere, but there's a lot of diversity here. Like, Straight up.
For real, man. Nah, for real, but appreciate you tapping in. You want to give them your platforms with a book again?
The book is on Amazon. What do we do now? Mm-hmm. My Instagram is KevoArts. My website, artbykevo.com.
Okay. The tattoo booking, that's on the website?
Everything is on the website.
Okay. Any other books, any other plays, the YouTube, right?
Hey, you going Enough Talk Podcast YouTube, that's what y'all gonna be on. I'm not hard to find. KevoArts, artbykevo.com. The book is on Amazon and Kindle. What do we do now?
Yeah. I appreciate you tapping in, reaching out to us all the way, man. That's enough talk for them.
Yeah, for sure.